that's what made me rich. Whole club selling out of the hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my ratings. All I talk about it, that's what really made me. Hustling, that's what made me. That's what made me rich. Never had a mentor, only one Scarface. I met her at a club, she twerk better when I heartbreak. Hey, put the one everything that I'm praying for a Bentley and to never go to jail. I'm fresh up out the gutter, I don't know if you can.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Coming up, divisional round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the New York Jets. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Rodgers going to come out throwing. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. 16 more on that one and another first down.
That's another Jets first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. Down to the 42, second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Well, able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 14. He got 29 yards that time. There's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And check down, complete to Hall. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's first and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans at their own 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
Willis to throw on second. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defending. And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On second down, here's Henry. They juked him. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible. Now has him within throwing range of a first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On fourth down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. Back deep for the Jets, McCole Hardman. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
That's thrown quickly out wide to Lazard. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there at 22. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Now he'll escape to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. For their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play, because you're exactly right. Is it normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that? Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dunks him to the turf.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early. That's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Catch is made by Hardman. Touchdown, Jets. Nicole Hardman from 19 yards away. And the Jets lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Brought down at the 26. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14-0.
Second quarter now. Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Again, it's Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 51 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Quinnen Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around, locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw, Willis. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 41. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Now a dump off here complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Here's Moore on the return. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Moore. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Now 2nd and 5. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one who constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now Willis on 3rd down. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jeffrey Simmons in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
A 43-yard attempt.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
3rd down, it's Willis. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by D.J. Reed. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Finding Hardman here over the middle. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now it's Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It'll only be a loss of a 1st down.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield. This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. 17 yards for the Jets there as they got themselves a 1st down. Throwing is Rodgers.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's Rodgers to throw. And this is incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation...
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Mecole Hardman as the first half is winding down. And the Jets continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Brings your line to kick off for the Jets.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
They'll try the right side with Henry. They find some open field here.
72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line.
C.J. Mosley getting to him behind the line of scrimmage there.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Back to throw, Willis.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Channing Tindall is there for the tackle. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
That's complete to Lazard. There he goes, right side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. That doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Straight ahead is Hall, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And bulldozing his way through. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll go again with Hall. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jets will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Henry running right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
19 Lions.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. Now Willis. A shot downfield for Burks. And he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 1st down, Willis. He gets it to Burks again. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down. To throw, here's Willis. He gets this one to Burks. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a yard. Right back to the air again with Willis. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Jets are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 79 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys for the championship round next weekend. On first down, right back to Hall. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. On the counter, it's Hall. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3rd and 3.
Here's Rodgers.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Running left, it's Hall.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Credit the tackle for loss to Harold Landry. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Willis.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they work this out past the 25.
First down, Tennessee.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Willis with another keeper.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped to the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher